This is Foundations of English 9 for Thursday, the 8th of October, 2020. Today we're going to write. Today is your final drafting session. We're going to be doing conclusions today in Activity 22. You also have your read works. In Activity 22, we're talking about conclusions. So what does a conclusion do? There's really a few main parts. Number one, it restates your purpose and the main points of your talk. Number two, it connects back to why deliberate practice is important to improve in your activity. And then it ends on a strong note. It can be an idea, a funny thought, a quotation, something that will motivate your audience to take action. Because remember, in your head, you're talking to a group of people who are good at what they're doing, but they could become great if they would just do more deliberate practice and follow your tips. So this is really to get them moving in the right direction. If you opened your essay with a quote, as I know many of you did, so the first sentence of your introduction, if it was a quote, you can always return to that quote later at the end. Kind of ties the whole thing together. So let's take a look at the different parts with an example. So restating the purpose and main points of your talk. So using my puppet making example from yesterday's video, here's a way that you could start your conclusion. Making puppets is something that takes a long time to master, but if you find others to learn from, you practice sewing, get the appropriate tools, and find puppeting buddies, you can become better very quickly. So in my 4 body paragraphs, those are the 4 things that I would have talked about. Learning from other people, like on YouTube, practicing your sewing, getting the right tools, and then find people to make puppets with. So those are my 4 tips. Connect back to why deliberate practice is important. No one improves overnight, and you need to make sure you're getting regular feedback by sharing your work with experts. But also you need to be using your puppet so you get feedback through your work. If something doesn't work correctly, you need to work hard to find another solution. So I'm not going through every feature of deliberate practice, but I'm bringing up some of the more important ones and the ways that you get better. And for me, in making puppets, the 2 that I found that were most important is sharing my work with people who were better than me and using the puppets so that I got some feedback from both the puppets and from the finished product to see, like, how is this working? Am I doing a good job making the mouth? Am I doing a good job developing the features? Do they look good on camera? That kind of thing. And then ending on a strong note. So I took a quote from Jim Henson. He is one of the greatest puppet makers of all time. He created the Muppets and Sesame Street and lots of other amazing puppets as well. So Jim Henson, one of the greatest puppet makers of all time, once said, "If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to." So it's a quote that's actually relevant for more than just puppet making. I just chose someone that I thought was a really good connection to my topic and said something really interesting. So anyone can be great at making puppets. You just need to care and work hard. Thank you. And that would be the end of my conclusion. So those 3 parts: restating your point, connecting to why deliberate practice is important and how someone can do that, and then ending on a strong note like a quote from someone who is good in your field. So in Activity 22, the first thing you need to do before you start writing is go back and copy your introduction and your body paragraphs into this document. I want the whole thing in one place. So you have your introduction in Activity 20 and your body paragraphs in Activity 21. Please copy and paste them into this document in Activity 22. Then you're going to write your conclusion using the format provided. And tomorrow, we're going to build your slides. So good luck with your conclusions. Remember, if you get stuck, send me an email, let me know. Please give it your best shot. I would rather see a conclusion that doesn't do all of the things perfectly, but that is an attempt, than just look at a blank paper. Because a blank paper says to me, I didn't try. Even though to you it might say, I don't know how to do this. Getting some words on the page is the most important part here. So put some words down, give it a shot. If you're not sure, write, I don't know how to do this, but here's my best shot at it. And again, you can always send me an email or a message in Canvas or a message in Classroom and ask for help. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.